So one of the reasons I keep up on this stuff, and one of the reasons I'm trying to do it the way I'm doing it, is because I don't want to be embroiled in a scandal or some other form of stupidity, which heats up an argument, gets attention to me in a positive or negative light. Um, Positive for one side of the culture war, and negative for the other. For example, there's many e-celebrities, if you will, who have a very large following, 500,000 million followers on YouTube, um, several thousand on various social medias. And how did they get there? Well, they got there by controversy. Jordan Peterson, for example, nobody knew who he was except for people that read journals and research. I've actually cited him myself, so I knew who he was. However, no one else knew who he was until he said, "No, you cannot tell me what I can and cannot say." Period. That was his argument. That was his argument in simplicity. You're making a law that demands that I use words that you tell me to. I'm not cool with that. I agree. You shouldn't be telling anyone what they can and cannot say. In a Facebook argument recently, I saw somebody saying they were talking about respect because there were some people in a protest and these people were insulted or degraded or something like that. And this other person said, "Oh, that's a bunch of bullshit. They deserve respect," and so on and so forth. To which I replied, "You've lost all respect from me. How dare you demand that I give you respect? I don't even fucking know you. You don't exist in my world. You earn respect. I don't give it to you because you think you earn it." That's what bullies do. Are you a bully? They block me, of course. But the reason why I bring all this up is because there's been a few things that have happened lately, other than the ritual burning of a town or the commies trying to take over sections of downtown or some dumbass blocking a freeway with their body expecting not to be hit by a car. Yeah. You block a street, as my dad used to say, 200 or 2,000 pounds goes over 200 pounds once. Yeah, once, you dumb sons of bitches. But why, oh why, do I have this article up? Why people ignore facts? Well, link in the description if you're interested, and I'm just going to leave it at this image right here. But it's pretty simple. It's a cognitive bias, or confirmation bias is what people usually call it. They even they call it the backlash effect. We all call it the Streisand effect, where you do something so incredibly stupid that it draws more attention rather than less. They found that trying to fact check, actually, they pointed out that Facebook's attempt to say, well, this is not factual information, would actually make people share it more, not less. That's an old study, of course, but it's also cited here. So I'll share it. But I want people to understand things. That's why I do this. That's why I break it down. That's why I go on the offensive in some cases. Because when I see something stupid, I'm going to say something. Not something stupid. Just going to say something. Although that ran through my head. It's important to me to do this right. And it's important for me to not get embroiled in controversy or other shit like that because it's unproductive. That's the reason I don't go on an attack on other people. That's the reason why I don't do takedown videos that much. I did a couple, once against Steve Shives because I was rather kind of irritated that he blocked me after a very good conversation. Um, and the other one was about Lacey Green many moons ago because she constantly got shit wrong and then had a coming to Jesus, as it were. And lo and behold, she started dating Chris Reagan. I actually don't know if they're still dating or not, but the fact of the matter is, it's none of our business, so why should I care? It's not like he's my friend. But at any rate, the very important thing has happened. Shit's gotten real for a lot of people. They're destroying monuments. They're destroying houses. In a video that I linked yesterday from Tim Pool, there was a lady that was shot in the head for saying all lives matter, because this fanatical dumbass believes in Black Lives Matter. Not that it's true or that it's accurate. And there's going to be another takedown video because Black Lives Matter has splintered into multiple segments. And it's very interesting to see because there's the extreme, there's the original Black Lives Matter, and then there's the very extreme. And I'm going to highlight that. It's almost like a part of it's become the Inquisition. I'm also going to do in the future a few breakdown videos of how this stuff has gone insane and how it's a religion, because it's very important to understand the flaws in their philosophy. Most people can't view or argue against the other side. This is something I've been able to do forever because I like to argue. Is pretty much what it is. At any rate, there's something very important that you guys need to understand about what's going on. You can't reason with these people. No matter what facts or points you make, they will come up with counterpoints. And how and why do you think they do that? Well, they think they have science on their side. For one, they have studies after study about saying something that this happened in this one place this way, therefore racism. They have other studies, like the one that irritates me the most is the one that demonstrates discrimination, but does not demonstrate systemic oppression. And that is the one that they point to most, the case study of the resumes. You send a bunch of ethnic names, you send a bunch of white-sounding names, as they put it. And the ones with ethnic names, even though their resumes are identical and exactly the same, don't get the job as much as other people. They call this systemic. But it isn't systemic. They chose their target audience, and who they chose, they never disclose. You don't know who they sent these resumes to, what their processes were, because every business has a different process on handling resumes. So if it goes through a particular person, that particular person might be racist, he might be discriminatory, or she, doesn't matter, because people can be biased. That is a thing, and it's not going away because people can be biased. It's their thing. But they claim that's a system. Now, why do they do that? Because if you disconnect the act from the person, it becomes easier to attack, and no one's there to defend it. That's why the narrative fallacy that I posted not too long ago works so well. Who are they attacking? Nobody. They're attacking the system. The air quote, unquote, system is racist. Not the people in it, not some of the actors and individuals, like, for example, the justice system, police, and judges and all that can be racially biased. It is very much possible. They are human. But all you see from these people is the worst of the worst of the worst. You never see the good stuff, ever. Why would you? It doesn't make sense, right? Because it goes against their narrative. They're never going to show you that. They only look for information that confirms their biases. Everyone does it, except for a very select few that are more concerned with being right than being, than adhering to their belief. So why do people ignore facts? The headline in Psychology Today. Why do people ignore facts? Are they facts? Are they truthful? Have they been spun? I recently listened to a book by Steven Pinker that pointed out a few very interesting things, and I had my facts wrong. But did I change my position and beliefs? Yes, actually, I did. Other people, not so much, because they're trying to discredit and silence Steven Pinker because he holds wrongthink, because he holds political views that go against the narrative, against this religion. So, how did this religion form? That's a video for another time. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you next time.
I've completed my work. Time for me to go.